segment that we started last week is our NFL predictions. It's actually a little competition. We try to see who knows football better.
Which really isn't a competition.
All right, we're gonna see at the end. We're gonna tally up week by week to see who got the most right, and at the end of the year, the loser has to pay for brunch, and I'm talking endless mimosas. It's gonna be hitting pockets.
First time I'm hearing about this.
Because I just came up with it. Like, literally, we got to figure something we're gonna play for. Yeah, I mean, this is Kentucky. We put gambling stuff.
I can agree to that.
All right. So we got start. They don't got me at the right where I need to be.
You say endless mimosas. I don't mean endless.
I'm telling you. Okay, here we go. So what we're gonna do? We're gonna run and give a rundown and just tell who our winners are, who we predict to win.
Yeah, we're gonna give week 1 predictions.
Yeah.
Thursday games, Friday games, Sunday games.
That's right, because we do got Thursday and Friday games this week.
Thursday and Friday games this year. We got Friday NFL this year.
All right, so we're gonna start with the Thursday game. Is this here? Yeah.
Ravens and Chiefs.
Yeah. I got the Chiefs.
Spread is the Chiefs -3. I got the Ravens.
The Ravens?
I've got the Ravens.
All right.
I got the Ravens. Covering week 1. You put $10 on the Ravens, it's gonna get you 23. Okay, you put $10 on the Chiefs, it's gonna get you 16.45. Smart money's on the Ravens. I'll tell you that right now.
I mean, I wouldn't say smart money. That's the reason why. That's the reason why the odds are.
No,
but
my smart money's on the Ravens. You're not gonna be able to beat the Chiefs past week 15. Anything before that is completely open. The Chiefs are a very vulnerable team early on in the season.
I agree, but they lost the last home opener, so I doubt that they're gonna let that happen again. And so
your logic is they did it last year, so it's not gonna happen again this year.
For this circumstance, yes.
Okay,
yes.
well,
circumstance, yeah. All right, now I'm gonna just tell you right now, everybody, I'm biased as hell for the second game that we're gonna talk about. I will never, unless it has to be obviously clear that they're gonna win the game, for me to ever choose the Eagles to win.
And it's messed up because we're both in the same predicament.
Yeah.
I don't want to pick the Packers to do anything, bro.
Man, but I'm gonna choose Packers just because I.
And it's messed up because I think the Packers are gonna win too.
Yeah.
I think the Packers are gonna win. Now, do you really think the Packers? Yeah. Besides the bias.
Yeah.
Do you really think the Packers?
Yeah,
are gonna win the game?
No, honestly, I think the Eagles defense. They're very comparable. Like. I don't trust their D-line. I think the corners are overrated.
The best defensive lineman the Eagles have is Jalen Carter.
And he didn't really splash last year.
I mean, he didn't have a bad rookie season.
He didn't have a good one either.
I think he had. I think you could classify his rookie season to be a success. I think you can classify.
And good is two different meanings.
I mean, hey, you know, if you become the best lineman on a competitive team in your rookie season, I feel like you have a successful rookie season.
Just a rebuttal for the hell of it, because I love to do it. So they was the worst defense in the NFL. So you being the best player on the worst defense, what does that get you?
His PFF grade, okay, his PFF, the
most
player
useless,
rating,
the most useless stat in the
NFL. The player
rating, player
system.
focus. What does it stand for? Player focus. What? I don't know. PFF. All right.
Exactly. That's what it is. It's the PFF. Okay. They had him rated at 89.5. Okay. Easily the best on the team. Okay.
I mean, like I said, I'm not doubting it. He's the best player on the second defense. Okay. Take that with you as you wish. But so we're both in agreement that the Packers are going to beat the Eagles.
Yeah, regardless of what Jalen Carter does on that defensive line, they're not going. I don't think they're going to beat the. Yeah. I don't think they're going to beat the Packers. The Packers were a hot team last year.
Semi-hot.
I think they're coming in, regardless how hot you feel like they are, I think they're coming into the season with momentum.
Okay, I agree with that.
They're going to keep it going. $10, if you bet, the spread is the Eagles minus 2.5. Okay? You put $10 on the Packers, you're going to win 21-40. You put $10 on the Eagles, you're going to win 17-41.
Yeah, both ways, stay away from it. Now, Now the 1 o'clock games are notoriously famous for being boring. Okay, so let's start with the Steelers and the Falcons.
So you're not wrong this year.
Notoriously for being boring. So we're gonna start with the Falcons and the Steelers. I think in their redemption game, well, like a redeem game, I think Kirk Cousins comes in and puts a couple stats up. I do think the Falcons have a better offensive team than the Steelers. The Steelers should be good on defense. With Russell Wilson, they should score a few more points. It can be worse than Kenny Pickett. But with that being said, I am choosing the Falcons week 1 over the Steelers.
I agree. I think the Falcons are going to have a pretty good game against the Steelers. I think Kirk Cousins is going to come out and be as impressive as he needs to be, which is pretty much Kirk Cousins' MO. He comes out and is as impressive as he needs to be. He's not going to wow anybody, but he's going to be as impressive as he needs to be. And against the Steelers, I mean, I don't particularly think. I think this is going to be Mike Tomlin's first non-winning season.
I think it's Mike Tomlin's last year
with the Steelers. Either way, the Falcons are favorite -3. You put $10 on them, you're gonna win 16.45. You put $10 on the Steelers, you're gonna win 23. But I ain't putting $10 on the Steelers.
No,
so
absolutely not.
Listen, I think the Steelers are gonna have a rough season. They're gonna have quarterback. If it's not controversy, it's gonna be questions at the very least all year. So I think the Falcons take that one.
Definitely agree. I think this game has the potential to be a high-scoring game, one of the first high-scoring games of the season.
Are we talking about the Bears versus the
Absolutely
Titans?
not. Hold your roll. Hold your roll. We're talking about the Bills and the Cardinals. I think it's a chance to be a 24-31 game. I think Kyler Murray he's gonna play better. This is a full year after being hurt. He's got some weapons. I think Josh Allen, who, in my opinion, is the most overrated player in the NFL, really has to show that he can win games without having to be Clark Kent and putting himself in a hole of 3 touchdowns and then throwing 5 touchdowns to win the game. I feel like this is a year that he has to show that he's not Spider-Man. What I mean by that, he's not going to cause his own problems and have to fix them to save the day. You know what I mean? If he
shots thrown to Spider-Man.
I mean, just same thing. Same thing.
Okay. Tell us how you really feel about Spider-Man. Huh? I don't think you're wrong. To me, the only thing Josh Allen has to prove is that he can beat Patrick Mahomes. That's what his whole season comes down to. It doesn't matter what he does against the Cardinals. They're going to beat the Cardinals. Okay, the Cardinals are not going to. I don't think the Cardinals are going to necessarily be any sort of better than they were last year. They're a team that still has questions. I still question whether they can run the ball. We have no idea what their number 1 receiver is gonna look like. I always question the team whose one of their primary offensive weapon is a person who's never caught a pass professionally a day in their life. There's just too many questions surrounding the Cardinals.
I'm glad you spread it because I can't wait to get to our next thing by the logic that you just said. That I can't wait to talk about the next game. But go ahead.
We are gonna talk about that, and I see where you're going with that, and I'm gonna address that later. But I don't think the Bills are gonna have any problems necessarily. I mean, they're favorite -5.5. They'll destroy the Cardinals. $10 is gonna win you 40 if you bet with the Cardinals. That should tell you anything you need to know.
Yeah.
$10 going to win you 14.08 if you bet with the Bills. So I think the Bills are a safe bet on that one.
I think so too.
Okay.
All right, so this actually has the potential to be one of the most entertaining games of the early morning slates. The Bears and the Titans. I think the Bears are going to be pretty decent this year. I think they're going to be a 500 or sub 500 team. I don't, man. I really want to believe in the Titans this year. I just don't think they have enough. I do think they have enough pieces to be a 500 team, to be kind of competitive. I actually do think the Titans win this game against the Bears. I just think experience is probably going to set in that first game.
Experience with who?
The Titans defense. They do have a tough defense, and it's going to be I mean, nerves. I just got the Titans. You know what I mean? That's just my second team anyway. So.
Well, Jarius Sneed can't guard can't guard every person on the team.
Well, that's true, but there's only one football in the air at one time, so.
Looking like a true DB. That's what shit a corner right there.
DeAndre Hopkins is not playing week 1.
Who?
DeAndre Hopkins.
Who does he play for?
The Titans.
Does he?
He does.
Oh, I thought they released. I think it was 1 year.
No. He's on the team.
Oh.
And he's the offensive weapon on the team. What do you mean and?
Yeah, I mean he had a couple spurts last year, but
even if he only caught one pass, he's still the offensive weapon on the team.
I see. I disagree. I think this year is going to be they're switching with the addition of Tony Pollard, the running back that they had last year.
And they picked up Calvin Ridley, which was a good pickup. They grossly overpaid for him, but they still got another pass catcher. It's not going to be enough to beat the Bears.
I think so. I think with the play action that they're going to run a lot of play action. Will Levis has one of the best deep balls in the game.
No play actions.
Okay. I know you don't.
The Bears don't care about.
That's why you don't have winning seasons in
Chicago.
You don't care about play action.
We don't care about play actions. We don't care about no play actions. We seek out play actions. You understand what I'm saying to you?
Oh, Lord.
We seek out play actions. I keep telling you this. The Bears are going to have a top 5 defense in the NFL this year. Okay, they have the number 1 corner in the NFL this year.
Oh,
Caleb Williams is going to win Rookie of the Year, and honestly, it's going to be a battle between him and Rome Odunze. You understand what I'm saying to you?
Next game.
The Bears are favorite -4. Okay, you put $10 on the Bears, you're gonna win 15. You gonna put $10 on the Titans, you're gonna win 26. You can put $10 on the Titans if you want to. Okay, you might as well just go ahead and cash app it to me because it's beat back the same thing. I'm gonna spend it more wisely than whoever you gonna give it to on FanDuel.
I'm gonna take that $10 to KFC before I send you $10 on this game.
And that'd be about as good as you betting on the Titans.
Yeah.
The Titans are. I don't trust Mayo Willie yet. I don't see him as a guy that's going to outplay Caleb Williams, even as a rookie. I don't see that as a possibility. Chicago has completely changed up their offense. It's completely different offense. They're more explosive. We have players that we can actually trust. We have players who are actually proven Hall of Fame, all-star players, all-pro players in this league. The worst part about Chicago is the lines, plural, the offensive line and the defensive line, which are two things that
you need to win a football game.
That you do need to win a football game. Absolutely, they're not bad enough that we're going to lose to the Titans. If this was a different team, maybe. I don't have the fear of the Titans. I don't think the Titans are gonna listen. Like I said, the Bears are favored by 4. You can bet. You can put that $10 on them if you want to.
I don't really have a fear of Tigers, but I know they're out there. Okay, you know what I'm saying. So you don't feel the Titans, but they're coming for you.
Okay.
All right.
Well, listen, you haven't seen one.
Okay. All right, we're not gonna spend too much time on this one. Bengals and Patriots. Bengals,
yeah. Bengals -9. You put 10 on the Bengals, you're gonna win 12. You put 10 on the Patriots, you're gonna win 45. Listen, you can put, bet $10 on the Patriots. Who knows? Maybe. Who knows?
Don't do it.
Okay.
All right, we got the Texans and the Colts.
We
Texans.
have we'll go to Texans.
Yeah. We got Texans. Yeah, you can. I don't believe in anything that Indianapolis is talking about. They got 4 running backs on a starting offense right now.
Yeah.
And I'll be very surprised if they win more than 4 games this year.
They don't trust Jonathan Taylor.
I mean, he's their only offense that they have.
It was just wild because they still don't trust him.
Yeah, that is very true.
They still don't trust him. I think they really want Anthony Richardson to take that next level, to take that next step. But the problem is he hasn't taken the first step.
Yeah.
He played 4 games, and while he looked somewhat impressive in those 4 games, it was 4 games. I mean, it's basically a preseason.
Yeah.
I mean,
he basically played wildcat running back in those games. So
I mean, he showed an impressive arm. He showed impressive arm strength. He honestly passed better than I thought he would. I didn't think I personally thought Anthony Richardson was going to be a bust. I did not think you should draft him before the fourth round. That's what I was saying about Anthony Richardson. I didn't think he was ready. He showed in those 4 games he played. Being a critic of his, I thought he did better than I thought he would have done. I thought he showed some good arm strength. I thought he showed good enough accuracy. I think the Colts would have done better if he would have played more. But he still has more to prove.
Yeah, prove, do, achieve, all that. Texans in 3. All right.
Fair enough.
Dolphins and Jaguars. I think this is gonna be a highly entertaining game.
The spread on that is
yes.
Texans -2, 10 on the Colts to get you 21, 10 on the Texans to get you 17.
Ooh. Dolphins Jaguars, high scoring game as well. I'm gonna tell you right now, Dolphins, and they're gonna win this at least by 14. I don't know what the spread is. What's the spread on that?
3.5.
3.5. I'm gonna tell you right now, Dolphins gonna win by at least double digits. Don't trust the Prince, Trevor Lawrence. And I just think I think the Dolphins they're going to build on off last year. They got a lot of their defense back. There's a top 5 defense before they lost a lot of key members of their defense. I think they can get back to being healthy. Starting the season off with Jalen Ramsey out there. You building off what you had. The offense was already fine how it was. I think Jaguars are toast. You know what I mean? So.
Is Travis Etienne? Is he? He's starting the season. He's not. I don't know why I feel like it was something about Travis Etienne. I know his brother didn't play the first game of the season, but I don't know why I thought it was Travis Etienne. But anyway, if Travis Etienne is playing, I think it'll be a more competitive game than maybe you think. I mean, you said it was going to be a high scoring game, so I do think it'll probably be a high scoring game. Maybe the most high scoring game out of all the 1 o'clock, the entire 1 o'clock slate. The Dolphins have no problems putting the ball in the end zone. They're going to continue to have no problems putting the ball in the end zone. They have an offensive-minded coach. They have an offense. I mean, pretty much everybody in the offense is used to that offense now, and they know what to expect. The only thing about it is, will the defense be able to keep up with the offense? Like, will the defense be able to keep people off the field long enough, within enough time to, help will the defense help the offense?
Which I think they would. Think about it. They beat a team by, they put 70 points up last year. And that game, everything switched after that because everybody started getting hurt after that. So I think they'll be able to.
That's the only question for me.
Yeah.
That's the only question with the Dolphins for me. I think the Dolphins will be a competitive team this year. How competitive will be completely dependent on the defense. And who knows? We might even see Odell grab 1 or 2 touchdowns at some point this year.
At some point, yeah.
The Jags don't have a bad team. They still have Josh Allen. They got Travis Etienne. They got Trevor Lawrence. I don't think they have a bad team. I just don't think they'll put it together.
Yeah. What's the spreads on those?
The spread on that is the Dolphins 3.5. You put 10 on the Dolphins, you're gonna win 15. You put 10 on the Jags, you're gonna win 25. I would, put on the Jags. Put on the Jags. The Dolphins is such an easy bet. Put it on the Jags.
These next 2 games, I think the last slate of the 1 o'clock games. We'll just run through these real quick. I got Saints and Panthers.
Saints is -3.5. 10 on the Saints is 26. 10 on the Panthers is 15. I think the Saints.
Saints as well.
Yeah.
Then we got the Vikings and the Giants.
Vikings -1. You put 10 on the Vikings, you're gonna win 18. You put 10 on the Giants, you're gonna win 19. It's literally the closest game out of all the games this weekend that they have.
You know what? I'm gonna take the Giants.
I'll take the Vikings.
Yeah, split it up on that.
Yeah, I'll take the Vikings. I pretty much trust both quarterbacks as much. I'm a huge Sam Darnold non-fan. I'm a huge Daniel Jones non-fan. I don't think either one of them are capable of running a successful offense in the NFL, and it's going to be a shit show.
I believe in
Excuse
Sam
my
Darnold.
language of a game, and that -1 may be 13 to 14. Who knows?
I actually believe in Sam Darnold more than I believe in
I believe in Sam
Dan
Darnold's
Jones.
weapons helping him out more than I believe in the Giants' weapons,
Yeah.
quote unquote. But yeah, so I mean, I got you said you got the Giants, I got the Vikings.
Mm-hmm.
We'll see where the cookie crumbles on that one. 405 slate.
Yeah. Also, this one, so for the 4-5 slate, I think this one's. I'm honestly not sure Justin Herbert's playing week 1. If Justin Herbert plays week 1, I'm going to Chargers. I think he's.
It's the Chargers versus the Ravens.
Oh, I'm sorry. Yeah. So we have the Chargers versus the Raiders.
Raiders, yes.
You know, I'm like I said, as of right now, I'm going with Chargers. I really want to. I really would be more confident if I knew Justin Herbert was playing or not. Not sure if he is or not, but yeah, I mean the Raiders are still rebuilding, so it's not really. I'm not really expecting too much out of them right now. So Chargers.
I like the Chargers in this. I don't think Harbaugh loses his coaching debut to the Raiders. Personally, I think that's more of a coaching battle. The Chargers are favored -3.5. You put 10 on the Chargers, you win 15-71. You put 10 on the Raiders, you're gonna win 24-50. I like the Raiders' defense. I still like the Raiders' defensive line.
Mm-hmm.
I like the Raiders' defensive line. They still have work to do in the secondary. Will Gardner Minshew do enough to, and by do enough I mean throw for 250 plus, no picks.
No, that's
No
impossible
picks.
for him to do. But
No picks.
yeah.
If that happens, they win the game. If that happens, they win the game. But I don't see that happening.
Yeah, it's not happening.
Yeah. So I got the Chargers. 425.
425.
We got 2.
Oh yeah. No, we got one more 405 game.
405
Yeah,
is
Seahawks
Commanders.
and the Broncos. We got that.
That's 425, isn't it?
That's 405.
Okay.
I think it's actually going to be a highly interesting game. I'm choosing Seahawks just because they had. I just trust Geno a little bit better over Bo Nix. That team should be better. The Broncos have a top 5 defense, so it's not going to be easy on Seattle to score, but it's going to be. I feel like with the Broncos defense, Seattle's offense is going to put up a very entertaining game, and the opposites are going to cross each other out. But I'm choosing Seahawks on this game.
I got the Broncos.
Of course you did.
I got the Broncos. I was never a huge Bo Nix fan, and I really want to be on his side. So I like what he did in preseason. He was actually very impressive in preseason. Probably the most impressive rookie quarterback the entire preseason. I mean, he understands that this is his show. There's literally nothing else. They could, I mean, he is the rookie. They told him you're going to be the star. There is no controversy. He sees the weapons that he has. He has a good defense. He's got a good defense. I think that defense can withhold against the Seahawks. I do. I'm not a huge fan or believer of the Seahawks. DK, who is he going to be? You never know what you're going to get from DK. You know what you can get from DK, but you never know what you're going to get from DK.
I like Jackson Smith Enigma to emerge this year from the Seahawks as well.
I personally think he's going to be their best receiver this year. Maybe if you want to talk about skill wise, whatever, statistically, I think he'll be their best receiver this year. But I mean, what Geno will we see? Has Geno actually become a good quarterback? Geno, for a decade, was not a good quarterback. Is he actually a good quarterback? We'll find out against the Broncos defense. But the Seahawks are favored -5. You put 10 on the Broncos to get you 28. You put 10 on the Seahawks to get you 14, 50, 59. I'm putting 10 on the Broncos, so we'll see what I get.
All right, for the first game for 425. Here we go. Here we go. We got Dallas Cowboys stand up against a weak-ass Cleveland Browns. Of course, it's no shocker who I'm picking. I'm picking Dallas. I think it's going to be at least a win by a touchdown or more. I just don't trust Cleveland's offense. I do wonder how our offensive line is going to hold up against their defense. They are. There was a top defense in the league last year, so that does have questions on there. And Dak, I trust. I believe Dak's going to scorch earth this year, and start with the Cleveland Browns first. 3 touchdowns up, and shit. Deshaun Watson's first on the list.
I'm gonna tell you why Dallas loses this game.
Please.
They're not gonna be able to run the ball.
We're not a running team.
You're gonna have to be to beat some of these teams in the NFL. Dak's not gonna be able to throw the ball 55 times a game.
That's what he does.
And you haven't won anything.
We won games.
Sometimes you win them, sometimes you lose them.
No, we won 12. We were 12-5 last 3 seasons.
But you didn't win anything.
We're
in the grand scheme of things.
Well, we're talking about the regular season right now. We ain't talking about the playoffs. We're talking about the regular season.
Like I said, you win some games, you lose some games. I didn't say you go 50-50, but you win some games, you lose some games.
We win more games than we lose.
I think it's never really been. I feel like the Dallas run game right now is probably the worst it's been in a very long time.
Yeah.
In a very long time.
We don't need it.
The defense I like. I like Dallas' defense a lot, but I also like the Browns' defense a lot. Okay? I love the Browns' defensive line. Okay? The Browns are a very disciplined team, especially on defense.
Debatable. Well, okay.
Well, you can debate it all. You can debate it all you want. That's why we're here. I don't think that the Browns are going to give up these home run plays, because literally the only thing they have to do is watch out for these home run plays. It's never really been like that facing a Dallas defense, facing a Dallas offense. I feel like the Dallas offense is very one-sided this year. That's why they're going to struggle. I don't see Dallas winning any more than 9 games this year.
Yeah, we got side bet on that, by the way.
If we don't, I'm sure we will by the end of the show.
Right.
I don't see Dallas winning any more than 9 games this year. I don't see them winning this first game. The Browns are favored -2.5. You put 10 on Dallas, you're going to win 21. You put 10 on the Browns, you're going to win 17. Well, we're split on that one, but we shall see.
Yeah. Bucks and Commanders, the next one. We ain't got Buccaneers. Washington ain't got nothing. I ain't really. I'll let you do it. You take over this one.
I like the Commanders in this. I think the Commanders come out with absolutely nothing to lose, and they just let it fly.
I mean, that sounds
And I think
good.
it's going to be beautiful.
That sounds good and all that stuff. But in reality, it's about rosters and everything, and their cupboard is dry.
In college, it's about rosters. In the NFL, it's about who plays and who does not.
I disagree with that as well. You got to have some type of talent on the team.
Yeah. Oh, okay. Ohio State's got a $20 million roster. Let's see how many games they lose.
I mean, none. They don't win because they have talent on that team.
Everybody's talented in the NFL. It's about who plays.
No, everyone is not talented on a team. If everybody was talented.
For you to say that there's an NFL player that's not talented on an NFL roster, opening week 1, it's crazy.
So you've never said that someone sucks on the Bears?
Maybe I have.
Okay.
Maybe I have.
I rest my case.
Maybe I have. That doesn't mean he wasn't a skilled football player.
Of course he's better than us.
That just means he pissed me off in that scenario, in that situation.
Of course he's better than us, but compared to his peers, he ain't good.
listen,
You know what I mean?
compared to a lot of his peers, he is on the squad. There's a lot of them that got cut.
Now I'm just and just be full transparency, bro. The New England Patriots, the Carolina Panthers, and the Washington Commanders have the worst roster in football.
According to who?
NFL. Yeah,
I don't see the Commanders having a worse roster.
Name me two people on the team.
The Commanders?
Yeah.
Brian Robinson and the rookie quarterback.
Jaden McDaniels, the rookie.
Jalen Daniels.
You tell me. I asked you the question.
Okay.
I think his name is Jaden Daniels.
Yeah, Jaden Daniels.
All right. I mean, because he just got drafted there. So tell me another one. What's the
third? I mean, he's still one of their best players.
I mean, we don't know that he's the best player. He hasn't played it down. But
okay. Well, people don't know that Marvin Harrison Jr. is one of the best players on the Cardinals. He is, regardless if you want to say he is or not. He is.
Yeah. Okay.
Listen, we're split on it. You think the Bucs are gonna beat Washington?
I think they're gonna mollywop the Commanders.
Oh wow! I don't think they have mollywop potential in them. They still listen. The Commanders still have Jonathan Allen. Okay, they still got Terry McLaurin. Okay, who is a 1,000-yard receiver. He's a 1,000-yard receiver.
Okay.
The Bucs got a 1,000-yard receiver. The Commanders got a 1,000-yard receiver. I think the Commanders got a better quarterback. I'm still not that high on Baker Mayfield.
Baker Mayfield's a top 15 quarterback. He's 15, but he's top 15. He might be 16, 15, 16. And he led his team to the playoffs last year.
Yeah, he did do that. I'm not trying to take anything away from Baker Mayfield. Baker Mayfield has played his way out of the ashes, and really, he got that $100 million. Good for him. Good for him. Spend that money, young sir. I don't believe he's gonna go home on Sunday night with a win against the Commanders. I think the Commanders come out and they show a little something.
What's the odds on that?
The Bucs are favorite -3. 10 will get you 16 for the Bucs. 10 to get you 23 with the Commanders.
All right. The nightcap on Sunday is a great one.
For sure.
Because it's a return game. Matthew Stafford goes back to Detroit.
Mm-hmm.
I think they bust Detroit. I
think the Rams?
I think the Rams bust Detroit.
Wow.
Is that I don't think the Lions are a good team. I just think they're going to be one of those teams that scrape it in and they'll get in the playoffs. But I think they're going to have a slow start, kind of like I think the Packers going to kind of have like a little slow start. So I'm gonna choose the Rams in this one. Who you got?
I got the Lions. The Lions are favorite -3.5. But 10 on the Lions to get you 15. 10 on the Rams to get you 25. What are the Rams going to look like after Aaron Donald? The Rams' entire identity was Aaron Donald.
I think the defense side. I think the last 2 years, Matthew Stafford, as to who their identity has been.
Well, that's bad because Matthew Stafford has not looked good the last 2 years.
He didn't start the season off hot last year, but he picked it up.
He hasn't looked good the last two seasons. Coming off he has not looked good since he won a Super Bowl. I'll go as far as to say that. Since he's won that Super Bowl, he has not looked hungry. He's not looked good. And I'm not going to say he hasn't looked hungry. He just hasn't looked good.
That's fair. That's fair enough.
I don't see that changing against one of the best teams in the league.
So-called best teams in the league.
Well, you can call them whatever you want to call them. They was one of the last 4 teams standing last year.
Yeah, barely. But
I got the Lions. I got the Lions in the 8:20 slot. They're favorites, so I'll stay with them. They got a hell of a defense. I think Aiden Hutchinson is going to be amazing. You can't get past Penei Sewell. Amon-Ra St. Brown, I think he's going for another 1,600-yard season, maybe more touchdowns. I think the Lions are here. I'm just scared for the Bears. That's about it.
I feel you.
All right, Monday night.
So so we got the 49ers and the Jets. So just like as we were talking about with the Eagles earlier, I'll never ever choose the 49ers to win a game in my life. So I'm choosing the Jets. I think Aaron Rodgers come out and throw a party on them. I'm gonna say I don't think he'll throw a party. I think Aaron Rodgers comes out and has a very conservative game, maybe 200, a couple touchdowns. Really puts Brock Purdy into the pressure. I'm really interested because the 49ers had a lot of turmoil this year. Uh, I don't think it's gonna be all roses in there this year. So Jets and I think Jets might squeak out a close one on that game.
The spread is 49ers -4. You put 10 on the Jets, you're going to get 26. You put 10 on the 49ers, you're going to get 15. I like the Jets to win this one too. The 49ers is a safe pick. But that's the problem with the 49ers to me. They've always felt like such a safe team, and that's why they've never gone anywhere. Like Brock Purdy seems like such a safe quarterback, and they never go anywhere. Like first off, I'm sick of Brock Purdy. Okay, I'm not a huge Brock Purdy fan. He's such an illusion to me. He's an illusion of what a good quarterback should look like, but he's not gonna get you over that hump.
He's better than Jimmy Garoppolo. Like basically, like what he does and what Jimmy Garoppolo did, I don't see any difference.
He's Jimmy Garoppolo with less of a with more mental capabilities. I feel like Jimmy Garoppolo cannot process a play as fast as a successful quarterback needs to process a play.
We said it, but in that system, shit. Jimmy Garoppolo looked like Brett Favre in that system. Not even Brett Favre, but I'll say Tom Brady in that system because he never threw the ball over 30 yards, which Brock Purdy doesn't do either.
He was successful. No, Brock Purdy does not.
Yeah.
And if he did, it'd probably be intercepted or underthrown.
Yeah.
But yeah, as long as Aaron Rodgers and it kills me to say it because Aaron Rodgers is the mayor of Chicago. But I'm a huge Aaron Rodgers fan. I love Aaron Rodgers. I like his game. I don't necessarily, him as a person is whatever it is, but him as a football player, I'm a huge fan of Aaron Rodgers on the field. And I hope he comes back. I hope he does his thing. Achilles is a hard thing to come back from. When you're a spry 20-year-old, it's damn sure hard to come back from when you're old ass 40-year-old. So I hope he spent that money wisely on, and these doctors got him right, because the whole season rests on whether or not he's going to be there.
Yeah.
So the Jets are supposed to be there. Like they're not. They didn't bring him in for them to be a contender. They brought him in there for them to be a contender, to beat these kinds of teams. Yeah. So we're gonna see if they can beat them.
Definitely agree. That's week 1. I'm gonna tell y'all right now, I feel confident in my picks that I'm gonna win I'm gonna win weekly. But I'm just saying, because I know football better than he does. But may the best man win.
Shake his staff on camera ever since. That's hard as friends.
Right.